Well, that was a mistimed countdown theme there. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yes, if you weren't in the Discord, it's 1987. It's LaGuardia. We're looking over the Sky Bridge, which wasn't there in 1987. It was truly the garbage airport. And we're going to head on down to our MD-80. All right, I'm just going to get right to the title. We're going to address the title. I really dislike this airplane for a lot of reasons. However, the aircraft systems and the insides are very good. I actually got so mad at this airplane yesterday that I postponed the stream till today. Not because I don't remember how to fly it, because I figured out how to fly it again. It's just all the BS around it. The load manager, the livery manager, the create this file, the zip this file to try to get this livery. The airplane actually ruined my entire 2024 sim. I had to uninstall the airplane, launch the sim in safe mode, quit safe mode, then reinstall the airplane, all because it had one bad livery. So I don't understand that. That aspect alone nearly drives me away from the aircraft. However, with that said, if you can get past the 2002 load manager, livery manager, X-plane configurator, whatever the heck it's called, all this unnecessary mumbo jumbo garbage, the aircraft is quite good. So that is why the title is what it is. Now, with that said, I do have fun flying the airplane around. It hand flies nice. It's different. It's unique. It's very nostalgic. There are some phenomenal liveries on the MD-80, but a lot of them do not work in 2024. Somebody said they're working on an update for the sounds and textures, which they are desperately needed. I will show you that here in a minute. The livery thing needs to be addressed. Leonardo, you got to figure this out, man. We got to figure out how to just do liveries like it's 2025. We don't need to go download things, zip them up, put them in a livery folder that doesn't exist. You have to create your own livery folder in the right spot, which doesn't even read it from 2024. Although the livery, I don't know. It's ridiculous. And don't say it's in the manual, because I read the manual. The manual doesn't even make sense for half of the stuff that's in 2024. So with that aside, rage is over. It's time to be part of the enjoyment now of the airplane. Tyson, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. The one last thing, one more negative thing to say about this airplane. The sounds are atrocious. The default sounds make it unflyable for me. However, FTSim has come to the rescue, and we have FTSim installed for this flight today. So if you can get FTSim working, and if you can find out how to install the airplane and get a livery to work without having to rebuild your PC, you will enjoy it. I think you will. But until you actually get into the sim and you see it work and everything's working as it should. Oh, I also had one other bug where the nose wheel steering just didn't work. That's another bug. So anyway, if all of that BS doesn't deter you, you will enjoy flying the airplane, because it is, like I said, it's very nostalgic. It's fun to fly. It flies differently. It's got a uniqueness about it. And if anybody was around in the days of the MD-80s flying around, you miss it. You miss seeing them on the ramp. You have that little bit of nostalgia touch to it. So we're going to hop on out here, MK Studios. This jet bridge is broken this morning, so we're actually going to have to board via the buses, but we have our beautiful aircraft ready to go. Let's do a little bit of a pre-flight. I'm going to skip all the shout-outs. We're just going to get to it today. We got one leg we're going to enjoy. We're going to take a nice flight over to Huntington Tri-State, which is vertical sim, which is actually a niche little airport, regional airport. It's a lot of fun. Uh-oh.
Well, good morning to you, Cap. Sounds like an extra latte might be good for this flight.
Hey.
Lol, hashtag rage coffee. Lol.
Callie Simmer, thank you so much. I'll send you the Rage Coffee. Oh, it's over on the vertical cam. But I got a Rage Coffee courtesy of Callie Simmer this morning. Thank you. This was a recommendation from AJ. I got the iced horchata espresso. It's pretty dang good. I was trying to save it for a Mexicana flight, but my little I don't know. The shop wasn't open yet, so I went over to Starbucks and I got this one. And Callie Simmer, very much appreciated. Thank you for the $10 bank angle check of fueling the V1 channel here. So courtesy of Callie Simmer, much appreciated. Thank you for that. And we're not going to rage because the raging is over. It's actually going to be fun now. So I'm excited. LaGuardia to Huntington Tri-State, vertical sim, fun little regional airport. It's got some pretty cool terrain up and down. There's hills and everything. The runway, if you're flying along with me on this flight, we got to plan our exit strategy, or you have to plan to exit and make a 180 and hold short of the runway. So it's kind of an interesting little taxi situation, which just adds to the excitement. But let's do it. I'll show you what I mean about some of the textures. Like when you do the post flight, I really like that you can now in 2024 you can actually deploy the stairs, open the door in walk around mode. So that's very cool. I like that. They've gone somewhere. But when you get up to the airplane, I mean, come on, what is this? This is where, you know, you come to expect, okay, this needs to be updated. And apparently at Expo it's going to be unveiled new textures, but this is a literally 2008 texturing in 2025. I mean, this is 20-year-old texturing. That is unacceptable for the price point that they ask, in my opinion. Now, if they're going to fix it, which I believe that is what's coming at FS Expo, all right, then it'll be worth it and be good to go. Because if you get past all this little stuff, the airplane, the guts of the airplane are really, really well done. And it's a joy to fly. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to do a walk around. I mean, come on now. And this is ultra, chat. This is ultra. So you don't want to do a true walk around yet. But I'm looking forward to see what Leonardo brings up. Is this actually a modeled light here? No, it's just kind of a little hole in the thing. I'm looking forward to see what they bring to Expo, and see if they unveil the new texturing. And then the sounds, like I already mentioned, the sounds make the airplane 100% unflyable for me, the default sounds. It wasn't until I got FT-Sim working that I was able to enjoy flying it again. So you could see a little splash detectors and everything. But yeah, the texturing is just not it. It's not it. So we won't harp on that. We'll just enjoy the airplane for what it is. More JPEGs, exactly. But yeah, Jeremy, I talked about the sounds just being atrocious. I wish you could walk up the little stairs there. That'd be cool to go up. I think the Fenix is the only airplane where you can actually walk up the external stairs, which is pretty cool. But we got the beautiful JT-8Ds on the back. Get ready to do a power back here out of LaGuardia. So pre-flight is completed. Let's go ahead and fire it up. Matthew Presley says the guts of the plane are among the best in Microsoft, on par with PMDG. I am not an MD-80 driver, so I can't 100%. I won't say that, but I will agree with you saying that as far as the A to B system and the way the logic works, the quarks have been simulated. I don't know how deep it goes. Like, I don't even know if there's failures enabled or anything like that, but I do know, and failures aren't a huge deal to a lot of people, and I get that. But the only reason I like seeing failures implemented is because it shows depth of simulation, right? If you're able to fail systems, that means those systems are deeply simulated, and it's more bang for your buck, right? I think we're in that modern day and age. It's 2025, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We expect more of our airplanes now than we ever have as consumers, and I think we should. We got to keep raising the bar. So, but as you said, Matthew Presley, this airplane does do a lot of things really well, and I like it. I really do like it. So I'm actually more excited now that somebody said that they're going to be at the expo and they're going to be showing off sounds and textures, because if you brought sounds and textures to 2025 standards, this airplane will be flying a lot more. That is for sure. That is for sure. Matthew says you're able to load MELs to the airplane via the load master. Fantastic. See, so then that solidifies my point then that they do have a pretty good depth of simulation modeled on this. So let's go ahead and fire it up. We'll go ahead and turn the battery switch on, and we'll lock it. With the battery switch on, we'll go ahead and get the external power bus on. We'll let everything boot up here. I'm going to turn up my other sim sounds. Fans are coming to life. Yes, I do know the engines fail. That's for sure. I've had engines fails. Yeah. Yeah, A Beach, could you imagine this airplane with a Fenix level of sounds and texturing? Yeah, it would be next level. Next level. Zach, good to see you, man. It says unrelated entirely, but I finally got the fly-by-wire installed. Working in 24. Didn't realize I had to change the install path. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you do. Awesome, man. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, if you want to get the fly-by-wire working in 2024, you have to go to the fly-by-wire install app and change that path location. Amor, what's going on, man? Amor Yordi's here. Says, I love the MD-80 as an ex-MD pilot. Brings me a lot of memories with the new sounds. It's really good. Just start the engines with the cockpit windows open and is real life. Excellent. You know what? We'll start them open. We'll start with the windows open too, Amor. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and, well, I need that EFB over here. We'll open the first officer's window right now. Get a little FT sim, get a little breeze in here this morning. Does Allegiant still fly theirs? No, I don't believe there's any MD-80s flying in the U.S. as far as passenger service. Now, I've seen World Atlantic a couple times. Who else might have a few MD-80s flying around? There's a handful being flown around, but as far as passenger service in the U.S., they do not exist anymore. I think Delta was the last to have them. They retired them there during COVID. So, all right. I'm going to come back up here to the overhead. Now, I am not an MD driver, so I'm just going to kind of work through my own little flow that I've kind of just developed by looking at things up here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the galley power on. That's coming on. We're going to leave all those switch off. EMER power is off. Start pumps off. No smoking can stay on. Every time I start a stream, someone's calling me. The United States. Maybe it's Elon Musk. All right. No smoking is, tell you what, let's turn no smoking off right now because it's 1987. Emergency exit lights, we'll arm those. We'll leave all this off for right now for the loading. We'll go ahead and flip that over to primary. Landing altitude while I'm looking at it. What was it? I think it was like 1,000 feet. I'll set it. We'll come back to that and check it. I'll hit a magic barrel ref while I'm looking at it right now. Coming over to the right-hand side, flight deck doors open, wipers, ram mirrors off, air condition, that looks good. High pressure bleed is off, radio rack is on fan. We can go ahead and do the logo lights on. Max speed warning. System 1 and 2. That is good. Stall test. Anti-skid is armed. That all looks good. Thunderstart line, that's off. Circuit breakers. We'll turn those into dim for right now since it's kind of dark out there. Ground prox warning and windshield test. We can go ahead and do this.
Light slow. Pull up. Terrain.
While it's running through that, let me get some panel lights on here. Let's get this cockpit juiced up here. Looking good. We'll get a little bit of this. We'll get a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of flood. All right, that actually looks not too bad right there. All right, coming back up, that's this windshield test.
Headwind, shear, headwind,
Wind shear, wind shear, headwind, shear, headwind, shear.
tailwind, shear.
Pretty cool.
Tailwind,
The sounds
shear,
are very
tailwind,
unique
shear.
as far as the cockpit audio sounds, and I love that they're all modeled like that. We'll go ahead and turn on the position light. We'll put that into both for right now. And with all that set up, we'll come down here to the pause and knit. We'll get plugging away at the box. We'll put in our GPS position right here. We'll go over to the route page. Now, this is just on me. There's nothing to do with Leonardo. I can't figure out how to import the Simbrief flight plan in here. I'm pretty sure I think the only way to do it is to put the actual file in that folder, and then you can do it. Maybe. It's not like the old school or the new school way where you just click and imports the route, so we'll just plug it in normally. But there's our init. That's us, LaGuardia to Huntington Tri-State 357. Beautiful. I can also get the flight plan pulled in here. With that said, let's go ahead and start loading it up. We didn't get an auto ATC today, which is weird. And because we're in the U.S., we should have auto ATC, but I'm not sure. Let me see what Simbrief found. It's only JFK is online. There's no center that's online above us, so we'll just go on our own way. We'll expect to blast off of runway 13. So let's go to the departure arrival index. Oh, before I do all this, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start loading the aircraft real time, which is, I do love that. I do love that. So I'm going to go over here. We're going to go to, that's our flight plan coming in. We'll go to weight and balance. We're going to do the Simbrief OFP. USA Jet 357, that's us. All right, and then we're going to go over to not performance takeoff. We're going to go to aircraft services. We're going to start the boarding process. We'll also go to the ground page, and we're going to select the fuel, and it's going to begin fueling for us as well. So we've got a couple dings there. We got a flight plan and crew message that comes in. Beautiful. Now, what is cool is you can print this off. 8 cars uplink and an MD-80 got to be hand everything. Yeah, that's true, After Chris. I guess if we're simulating 1987, we should be just plugging it in our own. We just get spoiled now with all the Simbrief importing and all that good stuff. But there's our flight plan. You can print this if you hook up a printer, which is kind of cool. I used to do that on my other PC when I had my printer. Here's our preliminary weights. You can print those off if need be as well. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. So we're going to blast off runway 13. What charts? I'm going to pull out. I didn't want to open up my Navigraph EFB, but I guess we will. That E-pad looks like 1992. Yeah, it does. It's definitely got the old vibes to it. So let's go ahead and import our SimBrief flight plan. Let's see what LaGuardia is doing today. Right now, LaGuardia 28 ATIS. Let's see, runway ILS 22, landing 22, departing runway 13. All right, so we'll go to the SIDS. We've got Goldman, Nathans, or Tennis. Tennis is a pretty popular one that I always been doing recently. And that has us, yep, left turn out to Tennis and then back around. What else have we got? We got the Nathans. Is that going to give us a left turn? Or that'll give us a right turn. Should we go out on the Nathans today? That's the direction we're going to go. We'll do the Nathans. What's Goldman 8? Goldman 8's just, ooh, Goldman 8's extra juicy, but we'll do the Nathan 6. We'll go ahead and pin that. So we're going to do the Nathan 6 right here off runway 13. No transition. We'll go route X, activate, execute, and then we'll throw in our flight plan from there. So the rest of our route is direct to Bravo Whiskey Zulu. Vectors, Bravo Whiskey Zulu. Next page. After that, it's direct to Park, P-A-R-K-E. I think it's going to be the Northern Hemisphere. That should be us. Next page, we'll execute as we go along here. Park, and then Towin, J6, T-O-W-I-N. And then we're going to intercept J6 to Perks, E-E-R-K-S. Execute. Tomka, T-O-M-C-A. Execute. Direct Hotel Victor, Quebec, Charlie West. Not to be confused with Charlie South. Happened to me in D.C. Direct to runway 30. So we'll go to departure, arrival index in, I keep wanting to say Huntsville. It's not Huntsville, but we'll do the plan the ILS runway 30. We'll take it off the Haiti transition. We'll execute that. Beautiful. Go to the perf init page. We'll leave this as is for right now. We'll put in our cruise altitude is going to be 32,000 feet. Put flight level 320 in the box. Up here, we'll set the initial altitude. There's no ATC on, so let's just go ahead and set 32,000 feet. 32 is set. We'll pull that on. We'll go to FD, pull that. That looks good. Then we'll get the APU fired up here. Lucas, dropping 10 gifted memberships. Lucas, my man, appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs on the channel. If you get a gifted sub from Lucas, make sure you shout him out. Say thank you. Appreciate the support, man. I haven't forgot, Lucas. I haven't forgot. Total Air Cargo Ops. Total Cargo Ops. Where's the overhead light? Oh, yeah, it's way back here. There we go. Now we're getting more juice. All right, let's go ahead and get the APU fired up. Let's go ahead and go to start and then run. We're going to click and hold it. Start pump not required for this start, I believe. We'll take a listen to the FT-Sim APU startup. All right, if you're not a member yet, it's almost impossible. True, Andy B, very true. I have a problem with getting this jet to rotate at VR. Seems like there's a bug. It sticks to the runway. Really? I've had the opposite. I've had auto rotations. Is your trim being set correctly, A Beach? Is the trim being set correctly? Lucas, we might do Total Air Cargo. Oh, I picked up a trip Sunday, Monday. Oh, guess I'm doing it. I can't drop it now, huh? Because it's already past 11 o'clock. Yep, I'm stuck. Maybe on Tuesday. I picked up a trip Sunday, Monday, Chad. All West Coast. 2-day trip. I got to find out where my bag is. I don't know where my overnight bag is. Spend a night in Oakland. All right, APU is coming up. We have APU on bus. We'll go ahead and disconnect that. I'm going to turn the APU air on. Now, what's pretty cool about this, to turn the APU air on, it does take time for it to bleed up in the ducts, or excuse me, it takes time for the pressure to build, which is simulated. So that's what I'm talking about, these little things that are, otherwise, you know, you wouldn't really think about it. They are simulated. They are simulated. So the guts of this airplane is pretty darn good. We'll go hydraulic pumps, trans on, aux to on. That should get our flap indicator back up to 0. All right, get that rolling up. Now, one thing that I've been doing is I've been, I guess I should be waiting for the final weights, right? Instead of putting in my estimated zero fuel and all that to be 100% accurate. Because, you know, if I look at the crew message here, we got our preliminary weights. We can throw all these in the box. But I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go ahead. We have our fuel on board, right? 19.6. We need 19.763. Are we done fueling? We are done fueling, so let's put that on. We do not need fuel scheduling, so 19.6, no. That's in the box. I guess that's true. You can just wait for the final weights, Matthew Bressley. I guess you're right there. 121.5. Let's do that then. 121.5. Watch me forget. All right, 121.5 gross, 141.1 of reserve fuel today. We do have a little reserve. I don't remember what it is. Let's just call it 1,000. That's not going to be a big deal. We've got an alternate. 1,000 reserve. That looks good. Go to the takeoff page. We'll leave it here. We'll do some takeoff calculations now. Forgot to do a transit check. Did you hit the fan? Really? Uh-oh. Thanks, Lucas, for the 2 hey eyes, man. Appreciate you. Oh, I forgot you can toggle behind for the DC-9 takeoff data and set your weights. This is pretty cool. So max takeoff, actual takeoff, we're planning 140. So if you scroll this up to 140, we could do this the old school way, should we? 140 instead of using the iPad. So 140.5 does it go? We'll go round up 141, and we'll do a flap 15. These are the speeds. Dry off 1.3. Let's just do, this is kind of more fun. Let's go with these. 126. Oh, that's wet. It's 135. Excuse me. 135. 138 and 147. And that's going to be a flaps 15. Now, will it have Mach tow 4.7? So, flap 15. CG of, is that right? 4.7, long trim 0.9. Oh, I forgot to connect my yoke. I'll connect my yoke. That would be problematic. I mean, that's all the way back. Is that for real? That's way back there. Dial a flap will be 1.5. Actually, I don't think you need to dial a flap because we're at 15. That's the indicator. So yeah, do not use. We'll set it right there at 15 though anyway, just to be extra safe. Let me come over here and check the EFB. We'll go to our performance. Takeoff weight, what did we say? 141? 140. We'll be more accurate on this one. We'll go 141.5. That's what we're actually planning. Packs off, runway 13. Runway 13, dry, winds calm, outside air temp 15. Calculate. This is flap 17, 33, 36, 45. Let's go with the more accurate numbers. I think we just got another message. Let's see what the actual is. Go ahead and read it. That's it. That's 912. Reset. Oh, that's the flight attendant calling and saying boarding is complete, I'm assuming. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and do this. Get some air to the cabin. So I tell you what, we'll go with flap 17, 33, 36, 45. It's still pretty close. 133, 136, 145, just about 2 knot difference. Gross weight 141.1. And then we'll do a flap 17. So flap 17 right here, because dial-a-flap is fun. And then we'll run this up to flap 17. And we got to check the trim on that one more time. So now if we go over to weight and balance, 0 fuel weight CG, takeoff weight 13.8. That seems more legit. We did that wrong. So let's go ahead and run. Yeah. This is better. 13.8. Right there. So we got to run it forward. Sure one. Not yet. That's coming in at FS Expo. Apparently they're going to unveil it at FS Expo. We don't have an auto ATC, like I said. I find that strange, so we'll just squawk 2,000. We'll throw you into TARA as we get ready to push back from the gate. The CTAF frequency here in LaGuardia is 118.7. So we'll throw 118.7 in the active. (1187). What's this? Oh, HUD? We don't have a HUD, do we? Oh, wow, we have a HUD installed. That's not there for real life. All right, we're getting ready for pushback. Seatbelts, no smoking is coming on. That's going Captain. We'll get the windshield heat is coming on. And galley power will come off for engine start. We'll go ahead, pressure bleed to off. We got start pressure. And I think we're ready to boot them up. Let's close up the doors. Get out of here. So ground, doors and stairs, they're all closed up. They're ready to go. Wonderful. So to get rid of the chocks, you have to turn the anti-collision light on. That'll get rid of the chocks. All right. I don't really have a checklist to run, so I'm going to skip that. Or as far as takeoff, we'll do assume takeoff, no flex, max TO. All right. Wonderful. Okay, so LaGuardia traffic, US Air 357, going to be starting up and doing a power back here, gate 31. We'll be taxiing 13, LaGuardia traffic. 0 fuel weight is not set in the fuel in the gauge. Oh, yeah. Fuel totalizer and gross weight. 0
traffic,
fuel was
pushing back by 46,
21.5. It's going to be a lot of scrolling. Is there a faster way to scroll this? 1215. Left tab and hold. A little faster. Thank you. 121.5. Alright. So now, gross weight 141.1. Takeoff weight 140.5. We're a little bit heavier. That's fine. That's just a prelim. I like it. Alright. So, speeds are set 33, 36, 45 per the EFB. Our trim's set. We're doing flap 17 for takeoff. Engine start and push back. And there is our charts on here. Now, this is also a really old school looking EFB.
Cactus 2013, taxiing runway 13.
It's pretty clunky, but it'll get the job done, I think. Alright, so we're here at 31. I want to taxi under the bridge. We'll go out to runway 13. Alright. Cockpit to ground, ground to cockpit. Ready for engine start. Alright, here we go. Minute crossfeeds are closed. That looks good. One more sweep of the overhead. We got passengers on, that's off. Here we go. We'll start engine number 2 first. We'll go start system B. Oh, I got to mouse wheel it to hold it. There we go. Turning 2. Try to do it early so we could hear the light off, but missed it.
Avoid your traffic, 123, 7000 on the Cloud 2 arrival, direct Union, and to LaGuardia,
FT Sim. Now, default sounds would make you rage quit for sure. FT Sim, not bad. You can see the texturing there, still pretty dated. We got the window open though. Let's start number 1 with the window open from up front. I forgot to turn the starter off. All right, here we go. We'll watch it start. The sequence of the EGT, fuel flow, and everything also looks hyper realistic and well simulated from the uneducated MD-80 driver, but just looking at how things spin up and then the light off and the speeds at which things happen, you could tell they took their time in getting that right. There's the light off. Yeah, Flight Sim guy, they do work in 2024, yep. Sherwin, not yet. The texture hasn't been improved yet. This is just default. Apparently, coming soon at the expo, they're going to unveil something. Dang, that's actually pretty loud. Let's close these back up. Let's close these back up. Let's do an after start. So after start checklist, we'll go ahead and we're actually on bus. No reset is required. I don't know if you would have to reset it. I know in the DC-9 that we have to do the gen reset. We'll get the galley power back on, turn the APU air off, and with the APU air off and off bus, we'll shut down the APU. Galley power is back on, left the starter, cook the starter. That's going back. Forgot the fuel tank pumps as well. Should have got those on before start. That all looks good, Cap. Everything is good here. High pressure bleed will go supply to auto. And we are ready. Do a magic barrel ref update. Before we extend flaps, we're going to go ahead and do our power back. Our park brake is released. I was looking at my other monitor, sorry. Come on, baby. Okay, that alone makes it pretty much worth it. All right, pushback is complete. We're going to set flaps to 17. Flight control check. So the elevator. We got that following trim tab situation up here. There it is. Working good. Rudder. Slow, full left, full right, that works. Verify flaps are at 17, or is that? Oh, we gotta go to dial a flap, one more. There we go, flaps 17 are set. Alright, cool, flap 17. Transfer lockout, there we go, that's reset. And rudder travel on shaker, we're ready to go. LaGuardia traffic, US Air 357 taxiing runway 13. We're gonna taxi out the ramp Echo and Echo Bravo Bravo Golf to 13. All right, Echo Bravo Bravo Golf to 13. Kyle Lewis, thanks for the 30 months support, man. Appreciate you. These are all in high, aux, on, trans, on. We'll go back to legs page. Been a while since we catch a live stream, but happy to be back. Well, good to see you, Kyle Lewis. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. I'm hoping we can make it under the bridge here. All right, we'll go ahead and do that. So takeoff 320. It'll actually be LNAV off the ground. So nav 320, takeoff is armed. We'll zoom the range back down on this, taxi to 13. Any rampers without serious headphones on during that pushback are now deaf. Yeah, Cali Simmer. Another one of the reasons we no longer do power backs. I'd never get told. There's that Piedmont training video on YouTube about all the power backs, how to do it in the 7.3 Classic, 7.2. It's awesome. If you ever got to witness a power back in real life, it's pretty special. But breaking airport windows, engine wear, ears, all the things. There's a whole lot of negatives that come with it. But you know what? I actually just saw a video on YouTube recently of World Atlantic MD-80 doing a power back, and that was relatively recent, so some guys still do it. Yeah, throwing FOD all over the ramp. Yeah, it's just, there's way more negatives than positives, that's for sure. I'm going to spin my heading bug around here to 130. Remember, if you want to follow along on the flight tracker today, you see the full-blown cockpit cam, click the link in the top of the chat box. That'll bring you over there. I have the cockpit cam and all that good stuff. Heading 130 is set, 32 is set. LaGuardia traffic, US Air 357 crossing runway 22, LaGuardia. All right, clear left, clear right, cleared to cross. Lucas, thanks for the 5 eyes. See, this is a plane I proudly paid 75 euros despite the tech shop because system depth compared to that censored CSS 735. Yes, and Lucas, I thank you, man, for another super chat, but I'm with you. As much as I rage with this airplane and as much as the little things make me so mad because you have so much, it's almost like it just has so much spaghetti code from like all these load managers and all this stuff that doesn't need to exist anymore, yet it's still there because they don't want to fully revamp the process. And I understand, it's probably going to be more effort to revamp the whole thing. But like, see now, look, I got the nose wheel steering bug, so now my nose wheel steering, we're cooked, chat. Nose wheel steering doesn't work anymore. We're going to have to slew to the runway. It's stuff like that. It just drives me nuts. Unbelievable. Nose wheel steering just stopped working. Tiller works, everything works as it should, but the nose wheel won't turn. That's frustrating. Let's see if I can do a differential braking. Probably not. 2024, but no, it's an MD-80 bug, Shakovic. This does not happen in any other airplane that I own. So it's a Leonardo bug. Again, problems with spaghetti code. Alright, we have no choice but to slew. I hate slewing, but there's no way to fix it. So we're gonna do this. Nah, if it's a 2024 bug, I've never had it in any other plane other than the Leonardo MD-80, so. And I fly them all. Is this pre-recorded? Dark Knight. No, what's going on, man? You're live over on the Vertical Cam. Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? Maxine, what's up? Good to see you as well. Andy Boyce over on Vertical, checking in. Dark Knight, we're flying out of LaGuardia, and we're headed over to Huntington Tri-State Airport. LaGuardia traffic, US Air 357, going to be departing runway 13 out to the south. LaGuardia traffic. Alright, position strobe, both. We'll turn them all on. Floods, wing nacelle, on. All the things. Reset the flight attendant button. We'll go high pressure bleed off. And, I think there's another light up here. Traffic flood, logo lights. Nope, we're good. Let's go. Yeah, I thought maybe after slewing it would fix it, but no. How long of a flight? I paid extra for more legroom. 1 hour and 1 hour and 13 minutes, I believe. Some of our parking braces. Stuff too. Alright, we're just going to slew out on the runway. There's no way we're going to make this turn, so we'll do this. Lineup brought to you by 2005 modeling. There we go. Write it down for maintenance check. Blackbird, thank you for the $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Shame they let such a beautifully modeled aircraft have so many problems. I know. It's just, it's what happens when you try to force things into other sims, you know? It needs native work. But that takes time and money. So to be clear, your hatred's for Leonardo, not the MD-80. 100%, Ryan. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's see if we can take off here. Let's go. All right. So we're going to spool them up. Yoga's in chat. Hang on to your butts now. We'll spool them. Keeper. Tio. Here we go. Forward pressure.
Takeoff thrust set.
Now this is going to be challenging to maintain runway center line.
Clear. Knots, cross check.
Oh, I forgot to plug our speed chat. Close enough. B1, rotate. Target rig, 0. Nav, takeoff. Right turn.
Lights out.
FT Sim coming in strong. Ooh, watch that pitch. FT Sim coming in strong. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. All right, 1,000 feet. VNAV. VNAV climb. FMS EPR. Uh-oh. It was almost like it locked up there or something. Get our heading bug synced around here. I'm going to move my thrust levers a little bit. Cleaning up here. Flaps 10. It's hard to clean up and fly this thing and watch the departure. 180, here we go. Flaps 10. Still got the slats out. Here we go. Slats are coming up. About 250.
Slats retract.
I think it's actually like 240 till about 10, if I'm not mistaken. Trimming out for 250. Put you back in auto. gonna have to adjust my sensitivities, I think, in the manager though. You see how kind of, it's still pretty, it should be a little bit more responsive than what it is. I've been tweaking them. So there's a whole profile curve thing that you can set up in the MD-80 manager. Aren't we due for nighttime, JFK? Not yet, man. All we'll do is we'll come in here. Let's go to the leg page. Let's go direct. Bravo Whiskey Zulu. We'll make a right turn towards the city. You can see your house from here? Nice, man. That's pretty cool. What do you mean VNAV shouldn't work in TO? Oh, jeez. Yeah. Thank you. Although it doesn't make much of a difference now, I guess. I'm going to redirect the line now. So that's what it's saying, invalid delete. I'll tell you what, let's just go to the park. Some little quirks with the box too. Now engines are fine. So your EPR will actually go up. Your demanded EPR will go up. So if you take off in a reduced takeoff setting, as you climb, that EPR is going to go up as well. So if you never put it into climb, you're eventually just going to be at the climb thrust anyway. There's not going to be much of a reduction. Alright, we're basically leveling off. It's going to pitch for 320 now at a 10,000 feet. I'm going to get some trim in there. Let's get the rest of our lights off. Off, off, off. Anti-collision, position and strobe stay on. We'll go ahead and turn off the logo light. Look up here. Have it climbing. Good. And it does, I mean, you talk about fun airplanes to fly. When you have force feedback, this airplane is really fun to fly with force feedback. Oh, we missed the Statue of Liberty down there somewhere. There it is. Wow, look at that. That's a shot. That's a shot right there. Oh, Fenix, what's going on, man? Good morning, sir. Move the tracker cam over to the map page. And now there's that. I don't know why it does that loading thing, because the airplane should be stored locally on my hard drive. Do you see that texture load? It's a weird thing. All right, let's go ahead and engage the autopilot. Flight Director AP1. Keep an eye on it here, make sure everything's doing what it's supposed to be doing. No heading bug sync, because I don't know how guys flew around without that. I still don't know how guys fly around in the NG without a heading bug sync. I've been having the same issues with the triple. What do you mean, Phoenix? Oh, with the loading of the texturing? That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. That's the first time I saw that. We do a watch together stream for Synaptic. What time is that at Tool over on? I do know they're streaming that today, but maybe we should. Maybe we'll throw up a watch along. Is that legal? Got a jet? Too many throttles to make? Happy flying, Blackbird. Oh man, thanks again for the support for the $10 Super chat. We are using the Blackbird. I'm actually using the 777 levers today for the Blackbird, for the MD-80. Because I was like, what do I have that's kind of similar to this? And I went with the Blackbird 777s. Flight level is 320. Flight level 320 today over to Huntington Tri-State. Nope, I'm not on the beta Phoenix Galaxy. I don't know why that's happening, but I've only noticed it on this airplane. So, and I know this airplane is stored locally, so that still doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Mr. Martini, I see you made it back to your hometown, man. Very cool. Let's get our noise-canceling headphones on there. Let's get ready to go through 18. Watch the sunrise from the wing view of our MD-80. New York Center's online. Let's see, 2532. We'll tune them in COM 1. New York, good morning. US Air 357 is 17,000, climbing flight level 320.
Flight level 280.
What did he say? Does he get that frequency in air?
US Air 357 New York Center, climb maintain flight level 280.
Coming to flight level 280, US Air 357. I thought he
New
said...
York Center, Justice 69 and
Justice.
17,000.
We got a repatriate flight up behind us here.
Justice 69 New York Center, climb maintain flight
Stream
level
is just after landing.
280.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, yeah,
280, Justice 69.
This is United 274. Are you guys covering Newark?
Affirmative.
yeah. All right, 2992 is set at 18,000 feet.
Wondering if we get our IRS clearance.
Alright, Starflight, stand by.
Smoke
I'll
them
get
if you
it
got
in
them.
about the next
We'll let
5
the
minutes.
seatbelt sign off,
Within the
tell
next
our
5
cruise
minutes.
altitude.
US Air 357, FedEx to Lancaster, Lima, Romeo, Papa.
Director Lancaster, US Air 357. Man, it's so weird hearing that call on the radio again. So, am I doing something wrong with that direct?
Victor 981 New York, hello.
Should I go, let's direct intercept, LRP, execute,
York
there
Center,
we go.
g'day, Southwest 1544 is with you, climbing flight level...
Hearing US Air on the radio is trippy, guys.
So the 1544 New York, hello, climb.
So, prior to the merger between US Airways and American
flight
West,
level 280,
US Airways,
Southwest 1544.
this livery too, that was their call sign, US Air. Then after the merger, it became Cactus. They took American West call sign. Altitude arm. Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Southwest 1028 New York Center, hello, climb to flight level
Thank you.
280.
Who saved us there? Winky, you saved us from a violation. 280 is armed. I forgot to pull it. Thank you, sir. Yes, it's vintage, Diabetic Lad. Why are you packing up your sim, Diabetic Lad? Why are you packing it up? What's going on?
Southwest 1544.
Allie, thanks for the 26 month support. Good to see you here. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday afternoon.
Direct Park, Southwest 1544.
Would you try the FS Labs 321? Rui, I have been requested to try the 321 from FS Labs. So we will do it. I might do just a video because I think it'd be best to do that in video format so I can stay on task and not have all you trolls in the chat. I don't know. But, or we just do a full send and we do Fenix versus 321 live. Just like we did with the Tolless. It's up to you guys. What do you guys want to see?
US Air 357, just check the transponder for me, please. 3304, 3304.
We'll squawk 3304 for US Air 357. Sorry about that.
Southwest 1544.
Yeah, so I never got a
1010.
PDC, which is weird.
1053, Southwest
Yeah, we've
1644.
got 3304. Southwest 1644 sounds like my buddy from Australia, mate.
US Air 357, 300 knots or greater in the climb, please.
300 or better, US Air 357. So, let's do this down
Yep,
here.
419
We'll go
York,
to climb, econ. Can we do 320? Is that asking a lot from the MD-80? We'll do 320, execute. Just gonna try to do it. FS Labs 321 in the event tomorrow. It's either that or we do the ATR. JJ, and that's how I feel, man. I'm not interested in the FS Labs at all. The only reason I would do it is because I said that if it came to 24, I would give it a fair shot just to check it out. Now, I did watch a little bit of Blue Game streaming last night, and I gotta say, the random MEL simulation is cool.
Level 360,
Outside of that, I don't know why else you would want the FS Labs over the Fenix, because the sounds, the texturing, modeling, all look far superior. You could just tell by looking at it. Now, I don't know how it hand flies. I guess that's something we could test out. What time are you doing the stream for the flights tomorrow? Zippy, I'm thinking about that. I'm trying to figure out what time I'm going to publish them, because I think we might just do one. Well, I wanted to just do a Tour de Americas tomorrow, but it's either Tour de Americas or ATR in the event. I don't know yet.
Flight maintain, flight level 380, Southwest.
Get the BSS sound pack on the FSLab? No, I'm not buying any sound packs, especially not from BSS.
US Air 357, climbing flight level 360,
More E-Jet.
transition Mach 78 or greater.
Climb flight level 36078 or greater, US Air 327.
US Air 357, climb flight level 320, that's what I show as your final. If you want anything else, let me know.
Oh, sorry about that. We'll call climb flight level 32078 or greater, US Air 327. All right, 320, pull to Arbit, alt arm, 32, 78 or better in cruise. So then we'll come over here to the cruise page. We'll do 78 Mach. 78 Mach in cruise. No need to buy FS Labs and BSS when Fenix exists. That's my thought exactly, Jake. I can't do Sunday, Zach. I picked up a trip. Out to Oakland and Sacramento. It's a pretty cool West Coast trip. So I picked it up Sunday, Monday. I leave Sunday early, come back late Monday afternoon. My first overnight in probably, I don't even know. It's been so long, I don't know where my suitcase is. Horchata latte is pretty good. Shout out AJ for suggesting it. Gonna need to fly Aero Mexico MD-80. I don't know why. I'm totally digging the Mexico vibes right now. I like the Mexicana liveries, Aero Mexico, Mexico Connect. The my local coffee shop has a whole Mexican theme that they're doing right now. It's a promotional menu. But I think that they're going to keep a couple of the drinks that they have. So they have all this like Mexico stuff in there. It's pretty cool.
Justice 69 in the transition.
How you guys? How you going to go to Oaktown and not come down to SoCal County? I think I actually am. Let me check the trip. Let me check the legs on it. It's quite a few. It's a lot of flying. Oh, a lot for me. So Oakland, Oh yeah, I don't go south. It's all NorCal. Oakland, Vegas, Sacramento, back to Dallas. But yeah, spend. I just
Air Canada 420
downtown Oakland. Hopefully I don't get shot.
Harrisburg altimeter 29993.
1000 for Air Canada.
Texans are basically Mexican adjacent. That's true. 220 stream right after landing. Yes, I'm in the court of Blue Games where he's like, unless you have a release date, don't even tell me you're working on an airplane. That's kind of where I'm at. I get the hype, and I think there's an announcement stream or an announcement video is good, so people know what is coming out. But unless you have a set release date, don't start hyping me up. I'd just rather not know about it, even if it's just a target release date. Apparently I live under a rock. There's a 220 in development. There is, Phoenix. Yeah, it's coming today. There's a stream on the 220 Synaptic page. If you show up the gate with NOP sticker of your forehead, will they take you off the Sunday trip? No, I don't think it works that way, 3 greens.
Texas 2013 Quadrant Charlie West Hotel.
A400M win.
Quebec.
Ooh, Carlito. I do miss some A400 flying. Oh, they are going to give a release date in that stream? All right, cool. I don't know they were actually going to give a release date in the stream. Is that confirmed or is that speculation? Yeah, the Aero Mexico MD liveries are awesome, dude. The old one with the orange and then just that bare metal.
Very good morning.
Oh.
Afternoon now, American 11
Hello.
with you, 6,000.
Hello, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024.
1166 New York Center, descending
Wow.
4,000. And expect runway 2
How's the air
with
pressure?
Hawaii
Turn it down a
altimeter
little bit. Turn it down a
991.
little bit more.
Stand
Man.
4,000, expect 22 and 29.
Early morning East Coast ops are slapping. Bare metal MD DC liveries? Yeah, Diabetic, glad you're right. All of them do. Jeremy, I like the A400, man. We had fun flying it those first couple of flights. We'll have to fly. There's so much stuff I want to fly. I feel like I have time, but I don't have time, you know? There's so much stuff I want to fly. I just don't have time to do it all. Like, I'd fly tonight. I mean, I could put my trip on the trade board. Someone will probably pick it up.
Texas 2013 radar service.
Here's the other problem, chat. I was able to snag a San Jose turn for Friday before the expo. It's like an 8-hour day trip. So I was thinking about doing the trip to San Jose and back to Dallas and then catch a flight to Providence. But that would be the equivalent of doing 2 transcons or 1.5 transcons in a day. I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm going to have to barter. I'm going to see if anybody will trade for a different date. But my favorite turn is a San Jose turn out of Dallas because it's gentlemanly. You know, it's not super early, like 9 a.m. or something. I can't remember. So I can wake up normal time, have coffee, leave, get 8 hours of pay almost. Are you non-revving to the expo? It depends, Jeremy. Depends if I have a beard or not. What's your take on the Black Square Starship? I'm very excited, Andreas, and I'm more excited because I just love seeing how Black Square is improving everything that they've already have. That's awesome. So like their EFB is improving, their systems get deeper. Everything that he does, it's like it gets deeper and deeper and better and better. Now, while I'm not particularly attracted to the Starship, I'm attracted to the Black Square one. Like, I think it's going to be a cool airplane to fly in the sim. But yeah, I'm excited, man. I love CRT screens, and I've been watching the release videos with the fuel management. It looks like it may become one of my favorite to fly around because of the management required. There's definitely more management required in that airplane. I actually knew a Starship driver. He was a guy that we're still good buddies to this day. Ironically, his name was Nick, and the developer of the Starship is Nick, but I'm pretty sure it's not the same Nick. But yeah, Peter, I'm right there with you. Because of the complexity of the Starship, I think that's why I'm very excited for it. And I think Boris did the sounds, right? Josh Fokker. I was watching Fokker videos this morning, Josh. Oh, look at the little turn here. This is sweet. Man, the clouds in this Sim Update 2 are just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. What is the Starship exactly? I'm not familiar. Jeremy, it's a pusher, twin-engine PT6 turboprop airplane that doesn't have a tail. It's got the flying. It's got 2 flying wings. It's got a forward wing and the main wing. It's very unique. Very, very unique. And unless you were very tuned into aviation circa like 1980s, early 90s, a little bit of late 90s, you probably aren't very familiar with the Starship. It was so far ahead of its time that it's almost like that's what kind of was the nail in the coffin. Was it was so advanced for its time that it was kind of unnecessary. But it's a very unique airplane. It's probably the most unique aircraft out there, in my opinion. At least in like GA, common GA. If not out there ever, it's definitely going to be the most unique airplane that you're going to see in the flight simulator. I can't think of anything else that's more unique than the Starship. All right, seatbelt sign is off. We're cruising. I was going to change the camera views, but not now because this is just too dang good. How does it stay balanced in the air without the tail? So if you look up the pictures, Jeremy,
Southwest 1020, that was
it's pretty crazy. So there's the wing in the front is producing the lift, and then the wing in the back is trying to keep it from going nose down or trying to push the nose down. It's very interesting aerodynamically, and it's actually virtually impossible to stall just because of the feature. Because the way the wings are designed. You can inherently it will pitch down. So unless you force it to stall, you're not. It's not going to stall on its own, if that makes sense, aerodynamically. The rudders are on the wingtip. It has the
American 1166
ventral fins and
040
the huge, for lack of better words, the wingtips. What are they called? The winglets. That's what provides the stability that the traditional rudder would provide. The articulating forward wing on the Starship Loser Mike Phoenix Galaxy, me too. So the forward wing, it's not even like, people say a canard. It's not a canard. It's a forward wing, and it actually articulates. Direct Charlie West for US Air 357. All right, so we're going direct to next page. Hotel Victor, Quebec. XQ. LNAV. Callie Simmer says, I suspect you'll probably rock a beard, hat, and sunglasses at Expo. That's what I want to do, Callie Simmer. But I can't jump seat with a beard. That's the problem. So I'm going to look at tickets. I still can't justify buying 24. Maybe if it was an X-Plane 12 I would, but I'm not. What, Josh? You got it dead. The cloud is dead too? Josh, Sim Update 3, you'll be able to buy everything. And I'll be completely honest, though. Sim Update 2 is not my recommendation to get into 2024 because of one thing, that is the control input binding lag. You will drive yourself mad trying to bind controls right now in Sim Update 2 because when you try to pull up your profiles, there's a lag in the menu right now. That wasn't there in the Sim Update 2 beta. It's just when it went stable, something got borked. It's already fixed in Sim Update 3. But I think Sim Update 3 is going to be the crucial one for everybody because you're going to be able to download local sceneries and airplanes and all this stuff, so you won't be streaming everything. And they've already fixed that input lag. So if you don't already have controls bound in 2024, I actually would recommend waiting until Sim Update 3 drops because it's maddening enough to understand how control bindings work in 2024. You throw in control binding lag, it's like trying to install a livery for the Leonardo MadDog. Turk, it drives me nuts, man. It literally took me about 20 minutes to bind a gear lever.
Visual 2222.
717 is a superior MD-80, says J Balls. I do like the 717. I want another DC-9 update. That's what I want. Those videos convinced me to buy it instantly, Oscar. Are you talking about, the black square? Listen. Over to Unicom. Thanks for the ATC. US Air 357. See it.
Good day. Southwest 5044 direct to Hotel Victor, Quebec.
So Black Square, I don't know Black Square. I don't know them. I know his name is Nick. I don't think I've had any communication with Nick. I've had communication with Just Flight, the publisher, and everything. In the past, obviously, with the TBM and the Duke and stuff like that. But one thing about the Black Square add-ons is the attention to detail is like nothing I've seen before in GA aircraft. I don't want to say it's like the Fenix because the Fenix licensed ProSim, right? So there was a lot of stuff that was already there. Black Square, he's built all of this from the ground up. And then he's added on to it, like with each add-on. So first the TBM. Remember the TBM it's great. I still like the TBM, but it relied on the default sounds, like a couple of the default things. Then he came out with something else, and that was all standalone. And then this was standalone. Then the Dukes came out and blew everything out of the water. So and now we're on to the Starship, and then there's going to be the others. There's like the Arrows, the Turbo Arrows, the Baron that's coming out. Black Square is probably my favorite. Top 3 favorite divs. Phoenix. I have the top 4 in my book. We have, and not in any particular order. This is just my top 4. They all go in the number 1 slot. Phoenix, Black Square, Just Flight, PMDG. If you don't have those products, you're missing out in flight sim, because all of those products, in my opinion, are pretty darn good. Now, I'm going to get flack from Turk because he doesn't like the 777 sounds, but those are also being revamped from the ground up, so. I'll probably get 2024 when the Bluebird 7.5 drops. Yeah, that'd be nice. I really hope the Bluebird is going to surprise us and say, we're actually making it for 2024 on release as well. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear that at Expo. Like, well, we have a surprise for you. Those of you that are in love with the 757, it's going to release for 2024 as well, day one. That's what I'm hoping for. I would even support two separate. You pay for 2024 or you pay for 2020. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to have this compatibility backwards nonsense, because from what I have seen, and this could be a dev issue, it could be a Microsoft issue, the devs that try to make things backwards compatible without doing substantial updating, they seem to have problems where it's not even fun anymore. You know what I mean? Like, the airplanes that are published for both sims, if there's not a lot of work done specifically in each sim, I feel like we have bugs and we have issues. You look at the Fenix. The Fenix is an exemption because that's like Fenix is the bar for everything. But you even look at little things like in the in this airplane, for example, we've got bugs in 24 that don't really exist in 2020. We have what other issues did we have? We had some issues with the Technim, right? Trying to be compatible in both. But I think since then they've said they're making a 2024 version. The PMDG, they're making their 7.3 revamp for 24, which I fully support. I mean, yeah, we got to wait, but shoot. Bring it on. Bring 2024. So I like that. Operator Starsky. What's going on, buddy? It says, Just Flight Tomahawk? Yes. Simple trainer, nothing special. The Just Flight, and that's why I say when I said Black Square, I mean Black Square and Just, did I say Just Flight too? Both of them. The Just Flight stuff is fantastic. The arrows I love. I really want to try the new arrow update. So there was a new update for the arrows, the turbo arrow. I want to try that stuff. We might try that next week. But it's all good. Peter says, my son is the lead dev on Bluebird. I can say 100. It will not come for 24 immediately. Oh, Peter, you just crushed my hopes. Well, that's cool, though, that your son's a lead dev on Bluebird. Very cool. Callie Simmer says, Bluebird in 24 on release. Well, my father always told me false hope is better than true despair. That's true. Very true, Callie Simmer. Very true. Well, Eastern T3, and that's... I don't know if it's... I don't know the dynamics and everything behind the scenes and all that, you know, what's more apparent. But if it was going to release... let's say before the expo, like in the spring of this year, or maybe even before the summer, like if it released this month or next month, I think that would be okay. But I mean, I don't know when if it's gonna be substantially longer. That's my fear, is that 2020 may not be as popular as they would hope to see the numbers. That's my only fear. I could be completely wrong, and for Bluebird's sake, I hope I'm completely wrong, because from what I have seen on that 7.5, it looks amazing. The sounds are obviously amazing. So I'm super hyped either way. I'm going to get it either way. Day one, we're doing the flight. We're going bare metal American, Miami to Toncontin. So I'm doing both of those. Making these things compatible can hold back development. True, Jeremy. That's right. And that's kind of what I don't know. I would love to speak to someone who is in development, and maybe, maybe with the Black Square stuff, I could talk to them. But I'd be curious from a true developer standpoint, because I don't know how what is required on the inside to make these airplanes. I know it takes a lot of work and time, but I wonder if it's more of a headache now to try to make compatible between two sims instead of just make one for one and one for the other. That would be my question on the dev stream, actually. We're going to have a development stream on the 220. I'm just straight up curious. AJ, thank you for the $3 super chat. Appreciate you. Crushed hopes. You're a Jets and Boys fan. I know. I'm used to getting crushed hopes, man. I live with crushed hopes. Absolutely. AJ, I did get your. I do like this. I got it over on the tracker cam, man. But I like the strength, man. I like it. My boss and I are really working hard to get the DCS C-130J to a completely new level of flight sim products, not just for DCS, but in general. I know, Thomas Ray, the pics look amazing. Oh, the public pics that I've seen look amazing. So, I'm excited for that. Phoenix says, Bluebird has my full support. I just hope they don't end up pulling a TFDI and tell us it's almost ready for release, push a beta, and then leave everyone on the edge. Phoenix Galaxy, I don't think so. You know, I think with as upfront as Bluebird has been, you know, when they make the videos and it, what's the guy's name on? It's not Martin, is it? No, that's Just Flight. The guy who does the videos and he's talking. I feel like with his the way he speaks about it, like he really truly is, you know, they're going to be on a level of their own in a good way. So I don't think we have to worry about that, Phoenix Galaxy. I really don't. Shervin. Yeah, Shervin. There we go. Shervin. Eastern T3 says, I'm really looking forward to the 75 and 76, but I'm not reinstalling 2024 it. I just hope it's not another year for the 24 version, bearing in mind the original was for 2023. Yeah. That's another thing, Eastern T3. That's very valid concern. Check the Starship previews. Looks immense. Oh, Spurious Podge. I'm all over it, man. I'm all over it. They look fantastic. Let's go to the Prague page here. Let's see. We're 100. Let's see. 1050Z. What's current sim time? 1050. Really? We're that close? 134 miles? 180. Yeah, we got to start thinking about descending, chat. All right. Wow, this is a quick stream. Man, if you like vibing with the MD-80 out there, I just can't get over this view. If you like this view, if you want to see more MD-80, my rage has subsided. Let me know. You guys speak to me by hitting the like button. If you like this content, if you're watching on replay and you want to see more of it, make sure you hit the like button. That's what's been driving the ATR content. That seems to be very popular, so we're going to be flying more ATR. But I would like to fly this airplane more now that I got the FT Sim sound pack working. There's some phenomenal liveries. I don't know if I can get any of them to work. We may just have to fly US Air all around the world. But it's been a nice little flight. I think Bluebird will be okay as for most people have Game Pass, so it needed 2020 as a download away. True. Would rather see the A350. I know that's another popular one you guys want to see. We get a lot of comments about A350 when, A350 when. All right, so since we don't really have any star going into tri-states, let's just take a look at our approach here. There is no star. Yeah, there is no star. We're set up for the ILS runway 30, correct? What do we have here? Let's go to the next page. I guess we'll go to the departure arrival index. One-way 1-2 actually is what we have set up for. Really, what's the weather doing down there? Taft. Winds are 220 at 4. So it's going to be a crosswind either way we look at it. Vicinities in the shower, rain showers, really. VTAR 230 at 9. Ooh. Okay, well, let's just stick with what we have planned then. ILS 12, look at the taxi chart. So if you're flying along, you've got to be leery of, if we land 12, that would be better for exiting. If we land 30, you have to do this and hold short and backtrack, or taxi this way and backtrack. So let's go ahead and stick with our plan to runway 12. We'll plan for a 12 landing. It's going to be a crosswind, same angle, just opposite sides essentially. All right, so that's the LaGuardia charts. Tri-State Ferguson, approach, runway 30. Oh, geez, no. We have 30 in there. Let's change it to 12 then. So we're going to change it to runway 12. So we're going to go ILS runway 12. all the way out to Azinu. We're going to execute that. That moves our TOD a little bit. So after Charlie West, direct Azinu. That's fine. All right, and the init ref, we'll take a look at this, 1099 and 118. We'll get these set up. Ooh, it's getting bumpy. We'll turn the seatbelts on back on too. $118. 1099, 118 set on both sides. The touchdown is down is 828, 900. We've got it set to 1,000 just about. I guess we could knock it down. Oh, that's in hundreds of feet. I screwed that up, didn't I? There we go. Handing altitude set. Minimums are gonna be 200 on the DH. Where does one set the minimums? Why did I forget where this is? I thought it was over here somewhere. Right here? No, that's 299 or 2. You could set this one to 200. I thought you could set it on the glass. There's a special button. I thought. Really? Chat, we can't set 200 right here? I know we can. Maybe we should turn the weather radar on too. Let's go ahead and turn the weather radar on. Do weather, does it work? There we go. Yeah, we got some weather out there. There it is. PFD DH. It's right in front of my face. 200 is set. The VNAV level. Now, I've noticed this. Altitude hold. Don't descend on me. See, it wants to descend. Okay, now it's not cool. We're going to set 10,000. 10,000 is set. TOD is coming up here in about 80 miles. We're doing 7-8. We're looking good. Super 27. I know, that'd be exciting. Could always file a rotate MD-80. Ooh, an X-plane. Listen, Ryan, I was watching Flight Deck to Sim doing his X-plane thing this morning, and it's gotten a lot better. It's gotten a lot better, but it's, I don't know. It's not this. Maybe it was just the flight factor 7.6, which it looks good. I mean, it looks... My thing is the ants. I mean, he has the ants. I have the ants. If we can get the ant problem resolved. Plus, I've noticed now that I've gone AMD, X-plane is not as good performing as I had hoped. Got to get the Justice all white livery. That's what you're flying, Mick Oatmeal. Nice. Let's see. I'm in my dev experience, not simulated, trying to upgrade a legacy system to a new platform is a massive pain in the ass. Yeah, Sam, and then I would. That's kind of what I was thinking. I am kind of missing the 7.4 Classic. Come to X-Plane, we offer nose wheel steering and VNAV E-Jets. I've got VNAV E-Jets. It's called Flight Path Angle. And I have nose wheel steering, it's just not on the Leo. Paul, what's going on, man? Says I'm a huge fan. Just wondering what website you use to download all your planes. Paul, so it just depends on the developer. So I use an app called Contrail that I download stuff on. So there's Contrail and then SimMarket are two good sources. I try to buy all the airplanes directly from the developer if possible first. So whether it's from the Just Flight website or PMDG website, I try to buy everything from the dev website first. And then if it's not on there, it's either Contrail or SimMarket will have the rest of them pretty much. And then for the AnyBuild stuff, AnyBuilds has their own little manager too. But try to go straight to the developer site first. Going to take the ATR E-Jet into New York for science. Okay, hold on. Let's make a poll here. We're going to have a poll for tomorrow. What was it going to be? ATR. Or all right. There's for tomorrow. Got to vote on it. The vote is up. F-28 Tango Kilo. I love the F-28, man. I just watched. I was telling Josh earlier. I was watching the F-28 videos this morning when I was having my coffee. They were on my YouTube suggested feed. Love the F-28. I mean, when you watch the F-28 video, there's, I think it's some Air Force that's flying, Brazilian Air Force maybe. It's an HD, like 2K video, and you realize how good the F-28 in the sim is. The sounds are spot on. The model looks spot on. The textures look spot on. Just, it's great. But for some reason, the F-28, as much as I try to hype it and fly it, doesn't seem very popular with you guys. Where's the blimp around New York City event? 60 votes down. Look at that. Only 10% voting for Tour de Americas. Unacceptable. Make sure to vote on the main stream if you haven't already. Got to do a blimp stream. I actually want to load in and see what the cockpit looks like. Maybe we should do a blimp stream and watch the 220 stream from Synaptic. Speaking of, hold on. That's at 2 o'clock though, right? When's that stream at? I got to look it up. Is the 220 stream at 2 p.m.? What's up, James Johnson? Good to see you, bud. And of course, I got no service. I can't look it up. Hot air balloon. We could do hot air balloon. 1:30 Central. Ooh. Shoot, that's 1 hour from now. That's 1 hour from now. We may have to do that. Man, look at the conga line going into Tri-State. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7? 7 aircraft going to Huntington Tri-State. We got a 737. Again, if you want to follow along on the flight tracker, that's what I'm looking at, this stuff on the pinned comment up there. We got 2 Southwesters. 73, 736. Ooh. Whoever's in the 736, that's the juice right there, because you got the straight wingtip juice. We got an MD-80. We got the Department of Justice. Justice 69, we got ourselves. We've got another US Air 981, a 738. And then we've got a Cactus, a 75. Okay, who's in the 757? That's awesome. It's a 757 in Cactus colors going to Huntington Tri-State. We should probably start down here pretty soon. Let's start cloud surfing. Let's descend and maintain 200. Alright. Pull it. VNav. No? Down we go. Down we go. How do I turn off dynamic sunshades? Nope, that's not going to do it. It wants to level back up. Are we descending? What's the deal here? Flight Alive, you're in the Cactus 7.5? Nice. Alright, down we go. Down we go. I tried the blimp, crashed it on the 18th hole at Augusta. It's live in an hour. Have you got the vertical sim for Tri-State? Of course, the Eastern T3. That's why we're headed there. Native 2024 scenery from Vertical Sim. Can't wait. I know, Delta Tango. The 7.5 is already ahead of us, though, so he's going to be on the ground. He's either going to be at the gate or he's going to be off the end of the runway. One of the two. Where were we flying? I think we were doing like some Caribbean ops. And we watched the airplane go off the end of the runway. And it just parked there. It's like a TBM or something. Or maybe it was a King Air. That was too funny. I keep hearing tri-tips. Oscar, I'm cooking a tri-tip as soon as I end the stream. That's why I really wanted to do... So my whole schedule got messed up because I wanted to do this stream yesterday. And then I was going to do either the FS Lab today or a tour to Americas today and then save the ATR for Saturday. But I got so mad, raging, reinstalling. It literally took me 3 hours to get the airplane installed with a livery that I wanted because I had to restart. My sim wouldn't load. I sat there, you know where it goes loading exceptionally long. I let it go for 20 minutes. It didn't load. Alt F forward. Tried again. Alt F forward. Started in safe mode, then pieced everything back together. Found out it was the MD-80 livery causing the issue, so I uninstalled the MD-80 completely, reinstalled the MD-80 clean. Then I tried doing the one specific livery that would work. I mean, it took all day to get it set up. By the time I was ready to go live, it was already noon, 1 o'clock. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to go home and just hang out with the kids. So that messed up the schedule, so we had to push the stream back to today. Now we're kind of behind the 8 ball. Your plan for 3-0, McOatmeal? All right, same here. What's the FS Labs New York event? No, Ryan, it's just fly the FS Labs somewhere in that New York City event. So there's a New York City event on Saturday. There, I think everything is going to be staffed. You got Philly, LaGuardia, JFK, Boston, Newark. Is Boston? Maybe Boston's not, but Newark is going to be staffed. So there's going to be a lot of traffic. So I was going to fly the ATR right through the middle of all the jet traffic. That was the plan. See, I like this. I have the main stream on my TV and this one on my phone. Now I don't miss anything. See, Josh? Fantastic. That's what it's for. That's what it's for, man. Look at these views, though. This has been... I love flying away from the sunrise. That was great. United Express FlyJ Q400 event went unreal. So I'm going to fly the U.S. Airways Piedmont livery. Looks awesome on the ATR 42. On the ATR 42. Auto ATC. Indy Center advises to send and maintain. Well, you're AI, so I don't listen to robots. Leave me alone. Three Green's got a bunch of straight wings shots put in Discord. Nice. Currently working, but how's the MD-80? Delta fan, if you can get it installed with the livery you like without blowing up your computer, you'll probably enjoy it if you get the FT Sim sound working as well. Straight up default with no liveries and no FT Sim sound pack, it's disgusting. But the guts are great. The guts of the aircraft are great. If your nose wheel steering doesn't bug out, which has bugged out on me a couple different times. Which we may just have to land and then, I don't know, do replay or something, because I don't know why they have that nose wheel steering bug again. You can do some patterns in the 7.5. Oh boy. Might want to be nice to AI since it'll become our overlords. I know it's Kyle. I know it. AI is going to take a lot of people out of the workforce. Did you give your clouds performance enhancing drugs? No, I haven't. But they look pretty dang good this morning, don't they? That's why I've been literally stuck. Normally, I don't know which view to look at. You know, normally I like looking at multiple different angles. But for some reason, this angle right here with the clouds and the MD-80 just look amazing. Sim Update 2 clouds have been phenomenal. Until they get out at distance and they're low res. You know, but that's... I will take that issue. Skynet is already building a case against us. Man. Let us shine off the wing. With the air traffic controller shortage, I'm curious how long before they test out an AI controller. True, it's Kyle. That's very true. It's possible. Fake MD-80, no trail of black smoke. We're at idle thrust, so we shouldn't have idle. We shouldn't have it, right? Theoretically, yeah. I remember, so when the MD-80s were hot and heavy in Dallas-Fort Worth, you knew exactly where the main taxiways were. So like the Echo Sierra route, if you followed the Echo Sierra route off 17 left, it was just jet black all the way on the Echo Sierra, come up Bravo. You knew exactly where everybody was taxiing. You really don't see that anymore now that the MD-80s are gone. There's been a lot of, unless the airports haven't resurfaced in a while. But, yeah, any big MD-80 airports, DFW was an MD-80 fortress, man. I constantly struggle with strong gusts on landing in Microsoft 24. That makes it almost impossible to land. Happens only with live weather. What airplane, Andreas? I haven't had that issue. It might, a turbulence setting. Why don't you try a turbulence setting? Maybe turn it down a little bit. I really enjoy the way Microsoft handles winds in 24. It feels much more fluid. It's definitely more challenging. It's not as easy as 2020. It's definitely not as easy as X-Plane. And I actually like it. I like the dynamics of it. We'll have AI controllers and AI pilots. Sounds like bad news to me. I'll never fly again. Yeah, well, yes you will. That's the problem, Josh. Yes, you will, and so will other people. We'll all say, no, I'm not going to fly with it. I'm not going to fly. Yeah, you will. You want to go to Cancun for $55? You're going to go. But I think, you know, AI airplanes, I think we're a ways from that. We're away from there. Why are we still descending at 7.5 Mach? 7A, we can dial it back 7.7. Kind of riding that barber pole here. Funny, I watch planes at DFW sometimes, miss seeing the MD-80 black smoke on takeoff. Yep. Yep. You can drive to Cancun or take a boat, yeah. Anyone see the Mentor pod break on the JetBlue had a tail strike departing while the King Air was approaching on the reciprocal was knocking thoughts. Gives me goosebumps from thinking about it. I remember that happening. I haven't watched that Mentor video yet, though. I see single pilot airliners. Oh, yeah, for sure, Landshark. We'll have single pilot airplanes first. And that, I still think that's coming way sooner than a lot of you think. A lot of you are like, nah, we'll never have single pilot airplanes. I think it's coming a lot sooner. A lot sooner. Right now, Pole is sitting 55% ATR. It looks like we're doing the ATR tomorrow, chat. I could see AI taking over boat captains before aircraft pilots. Yeah, I could see that too. Boats, trains, buses. Peter pointed this out. If you think you're going to single pilot in an emergency, you might end up zero pilot. I can't see that happening. Yeah, it's coming. Because there'll be the dispatcher. The dispatcher will be your other pilot. So they may not call them a dispatcher. It may be a aircraft coordinator. And they have access to the aircraft via their interface. A lot similar to how we fly drones. You know, we fly drones all the way across the world. You just send a Hellfire through a freaking window that's 4x4 from the other side of the planet. they'll be able to control the aircraft from the ground, and you'll just be up there as a backup, and then they will be the backup to you. So you'll be the backup to the backup. Or we'll descend and maintain 10,000. 10,000 is set. Clamp FMS, so if I bring it back, I'll tell you what, let's just do this. Let's go speed 250. I gotta figure this out. Alright, speed 250. And we're going to vert down here at 2,300 feet a minute. Get the sounds up and get ready to approach. I don't think this has a seat tab, right? How will it work with low RFOs and single pilot? You'll have to start out as a controller on the ground, probably. Like a drone pilot. I haven't seen that really bad looking pastel horizon in a while, but I'm on Sim Update 3. Nice, Sherwin. Maybe it's been addressed, who knows. Airbus would be the first to go single pilot? Yeah, probably, Josh. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Alright, we'll crack the speed brakes. Magic Barrel ref set 29095. We're slowing down at 250 knots. Tri-state traffic, US Air 357. We're over Charlie West. Out of 17.5 descending 10,000, we're going to set up for a vector for the ILS runway 30. Correction, runway 12, tri-state traffic. What did it say? We're going to select heading. Let's fly this heading right here. Go out, kind of set up for a downwind. ET on single pilot ops. I say within the next 12 to 15 years. Now, I'm not saying in 12 to 15 years everything in the US is going to be single pilot. I'm saying you're going to be seeing relief crews be removed from long-haul aircraft. You're going to be seeing cargo flown by one pilot or one relief, or like no relief crew. So it's not going to be like overnight everyone's flying single pilot. That's not going to happen. But I think in 12 to 15 years you're going to start seeing it. Maybe even on corporate jets. Who knows? You know, on corporate aircraft that originally were designed for two crew, be flying single crew. You ever think about flying the Lear 35? Yes. I just don't have time, man. There's so many airplanes I want to fly. There's so many airplanes that it's like everything got compatible for 24 at the same time. So there's the Learjet I still want to fly. I still want to fly some of the stuff we already have, like A400, all this other stuff. The reason I haven't done the Lear and any other airplanes that require a lot of binding is because you can't bind controls right now in Sim Update 2. It's too maddening. So I've basically stuck to things that I can fly with cross profiles. Seagull, I'm inclined to agree with you. I just don't want everyone to get triggered in chat. I think 10 years from now, you'll see it trickling in within 10 years. They already got caravans flying around pilotless already. And you could argue that a prop may be more complex than an airliner or than a jet. What did you say the best one is again for downloading airliners? Because I'm trying to look for the E170. You're not going to be able to get it for free, Paul. The FSS E-Jets is a payware aircraft, and they are on Contrail. It's a payware airplane. I don't really fly. The only freeware airplanes that I've flown on the channel are the default airplanes. So we have the default any builds 330, and A321neo. The fly-by-wire 320neo is free and it's fantastic. Try that one out. Just Google fly-by-wire and there'll be an installer, a fly-by-wire 320 installer, and then you can install it for free. That's a fantastic freeware. Andres, yeah. Savings, training, all of it, man. All of it. All right, here's 10,000 feet with 250. Let's go ahead and just bring it all the way back. I'll tell you what. Let's go 240. And let's descend and maintain 6,000. Vertical speed. Down we go. Let's get our seatbelt sign on. No smoking is on. Come down here. We'll get these on. We're kind of on a heading. So we can shoot the line. We flew through the disco, so I'm going to see if I remember how to do this. We're going to go direct intercept, Azinu, and the intercept leg is, what did we say, 118? What?
Traffic, here 0981, 10 mile final room, 30 traffic.
I wanted to do the 118. I don't know how to shoot the line off of it. It's all right. We'll get up there downwind. With how much pilots are in the U.S., I'd say, yeah. Well, it's not even just the salary, dude. It's the cost to train them. It's the cost to house them in training. It's the insurance cost of pilots. It's everything. Training alone, dude. The amount of money spent on training. When I was on a flight from O'Hare to Atlanta, 10-hour with United. Oh, ATH Athens. I was wondering how long are the duty periods for long hauls? Is ATH Athens? So in the U.S., I don't know what it is abroad. So generally speaking, anything under 8 hours can be done with a single crew. Above 8 hours, you need an augmented flight crew. Which means you need a relief pilot. And then depending on a bunch of different factors, whether it be contract stuff or your regulations, you'll have one or two, or maybe you'll then have two full crews. It just depends. Generally speaking, after that 8 hour mark, it's all augmented flight crew. And that's what will disappear first. That's what will disappear first, is the augmented flight crews. So when you see that happening, it's red alert time. Tri-state traffic, US Air 357 out of 7,000, descending to 3,000, basically joining a downwind now for runway 12, tri-state. 3,000 arm vertical speed. It is Athens, okay. Then. A pilotless E-jet? Man, they're all, yeah. The E-jets are high-tech. Embraer could be out there. Or, who knows, Boeing could surprise everybody. That'll be their next big claim to fame as a pilotless airplane, right? I bet you they're already drawn up as single. I bet you there are renders inside of Boeing and Airbus for single crew aircraft. If not, no crew. I bet you there are renders deep inside the NDAs. All right, we got a 7.5 on short final out there. Where's he at? Can't know if I can see him from this far out. I think the airport's over there. No, it should be at our 1 o'clock. Oh, it's right here, I think. Can't load it in yet. It's not loading in yet. I think it's right here. Down to 3 down. Actually, we can start slowing up now. Let's dial it back to 180. And let's do landing speeds. Aircraft weight 131.6. Oh. Aircraft weight 132. DC9-80. Flap traction, slat. That's going right. About 4139. Mr. V17, I got the Moza AB9. Do you have a preset available? The preset is in the Discord. I'm using the one that is posted in the Discord. And actually, there's a new update which I'm going to test after the stream. So, if it's not already in the Discord, it should be there after the stream, shortly after. I can't tell you for certain, but I know the Army is trying to go to a manless artillery system. AI is getting further and further along. Yep, I believe that. 100%.
Traffic, you're turning 91 for the bar runway, check. Traffic.
Alright, slats out. Oh, we forgot to stow the, we got to stow.
Slats extended.
Forgot to do this after takeoff. This needs to go to the stow position for the landing. Alright, bring up the full screen cams now. That's coming up. We'll get flight recorder ready. Might bug out here for a minute. Recording is on. Flaps 15 are set. Here we go. Magic Pro ref update set. Willie on downwind is 3,600 feet, so we're looking good. Maintain 3,000. Kevin, what's up, man? You just like the MD-80 also? Listen, if you can get it running, I enjoy it. It's everything that it takes to get it running that drive me nuts. Insert mini MD-80 rant at the beginning of the stream. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I guess I shouldn't have started recording way out here. Remind me to start the recording again once we get a little bit closer. Yeah, we're landing this way, so we don't have to do a back taxi. Although looking at the wind now, I'm kind of regretting this direction. Tri-state traffic, US Air 357, 3,000 feet, turning about a 10-mile final, runway 30. Alright, recording is on now. Switch that over to ILS. 135. Alright, I have control. Flight director's coming off. My thrust levers. Steer's coming down.
Flaps 28. Gear down, 3-3.
Nice textures on the flaps on this livery too.
Flaps 40.
All right, flaps 40. Auto brake, we're gonna use manual brakes. We're on the slope, slowing down. Sink our heading bug up here. Gotta fly through the smokestacks. I keep thinking this is the runway over here. I gotta stop looking over there. It's to the right. Yeah, we got a 15 knot quartering tailwind. What the heck? I thought it was, yeah, 200. Why did we land? We should have landed 30. Should have definitely landed 30, chat. That's alright. Speed brake armed. Hopefully it'll be below 10 knots by the time we get down there. Yeah, I know, Diabetic Lad. It is. The simplicity is nice. It's just all flap. But nice slats, too. Love the slats.
1,000.
Alright. Let's stop looking around. Let's get on speed here a little bit fast. I feel like 136 is slow. 15 knot tailwind, Chad. We can't land with a 15 knot tailwind. We're gonna send it. Jeez, 21 knots over the tail now. It's turning into that 22 knot crosswind. Look at this.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
2 in reverse.
Golly. That was against SOP, chat. Still don't have a tiller. We still have no nose wheel steering. Gosh, that's so frustrating. Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording. Whew. Anything to save a few minutes on taxi. I think that was a butter. I think that was a butter. But we got no... Oh! We got no steering. Yeah, and there's no way we could make that turn off of differential braking. Really? There's nothing I can do to, like, throw the chocks on or something, right? And get the nose wheel steering? Well, let's just do... Brought to you by Slustavo. All the way back to the nice tri-state airport. Unreal. I don't want to. I don't want to shut the engines down though. I'm just going to go into replay mode. We'll bring the slats up. Bring these up. These are stowed. I mean, it's an amazing airport to have scenery and everything, and we don't have freaking nose wheel steering. Alright, Leonardo's dead to me again. Not gonna fly it for another 6 months. Dead to me. What don't I like about this plane?
Traffic,
Install.
50 mile per hour, 30.
I don't like install. I don't like the livery manager. I don't like the spaghetti coating. I don't like the bugs of losing nose wheel steering. I don't like the textures. The sounds are non-existent. Unless you get FT-Sim sound pack. But other than that, it's fun to fly. Let's see. Who we got coming down on final? Look at this. I got the smoke from those things going on right now. All right. Let me see. You sure you have the pillar? Yeah, Ryan. It works. It works 50% of the time. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. We got Southwest on final right now, coming across the river, according to Volanta. So let's see where he's at. We got a Southwest inbound. Yeah, we missed the 7.5, I think. I'm looking for this 7.3. Where's the 7.3? Or did the 7.3 already land? I think the 7.3 already landed. There's another 7.3 way out there, though. What time is it? What airport is this? This is HTS. This is Huntington Tri-State Regional Vertical Sim. 2024 is fantastic. I love it. I love it. And look at the little, like this, like the, isn't this a cool airport? Just with the terrain and everything. You got, I don't know what this is. National Guard base over here. This is Vertical Sim. Yeah, this must be like a National Guard situation going on over here. Man, those look like DC-9 assets. They look so, or DC-9, DCS assets. They look so good. United States Armed Forces Reserve Center. 30 minutes until 2:20 news. All right. Yeah, so you got the reserve base over here. There's Southwest already down. We must have missed him. He's probably looking for a place to park. My bad, dude. Get out of the way. There's a 7.5, 10 out for the 3-0. All right, let's see if we can see the 7.5 land, then we'll do the replay. Be like Blue Games plane spotting. Pretty good model there on that 7.3. I know, rest in peace to Fort Lauderdale. Did he say why? I never read the full article. Do we know why Vertical Sim is not doing the Fort Lauderdale anymore? Was there a reason given? Yeah, it's an EAS airport for sure. I read something that the way that was saying if you toggle in and out of slew mode, it's been known to fix the nose wheel surfing. I tried, man.
2013, 5 miles south, less 30.
I tried slewing it. I tried toggling. I tried all the things, man. No joy. Let me pull up the. While we wait for this guy to land, I'm gonna go to our map. You guys can see our landing rate. What do we guess? 138. Been robbed, chat. I think that was better than a 138. 138 at 1.02 G. 138, huh? All right. Where's the 7.5 at? Have I been on a 220 before? One time. It was nice. Yeah, one time, long time ago. When they were brand new, and they were like first coming out, I think it was one of the first ones I was on it. I was jump seating. But I didn't jump seat, I just was sitting in the back. Look behind. Oh, Southwest just landed. Got another Southwest down. The heck, we got everybody land. We got we got him landing 3-0, 1-2. He's trying to lock it in. Nice center line. Roll it all the way to the end.
Huntington traffic, Cactus 2013, short final 30.
Southwest is vacating as fast as he can. Oh, I see the 7.5. I see him. Man, the clouds this morning are looking great. And we have gear, chat. We have gear. Maybe we should fly the ATR out of here and go back to Philly tomorrow. Slow everybody down on the that's an event. All right, looks like ATR wins for tomorrow. The 220 stream is going to be 2 hours long. Yeah, I don't have time to sit and watch that. I got to go home, pick a tri-tip. What time is it? 1 o'clock? Yeah. I got to get the tri-tip going. I got to get some things rigged up for the night, fishing a little night tournament. FS Lab roast chat tomorrow. Swim and climb. If there was a spot I could go, it would have been the old Kai-Tek. If I go anywhere, it would have been the old Kai-Tek airport. I would have loved flown in there, hit the checkerboard. I think that'd be so cool. It's got to be the #1 spot on my list I wish I could have flown into. How you cooking the meat? I smoke it. Smoked tri-tip. We in the trees? Are we in the trees? What's going on here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Elevation issue. Oh, he's on X-plane though, right? He either landed way early. He's bounced it. Oh, look at the Cactus America West 7.5 though. That's awesome. Do you post about fishing? Every now and then. We have a fishing chat in the Discord, but it's mostly just people talking about baseball and other non-cool sports. Missed it. Gonna go to the next exit. Double back. Alright. Let's watch the replay. Man, that's 7.5 though. That's 7.5. I cannot wait. Oh, he must have, yeah, he's got different scenery.
Traffic, Cactus 2014, backtracking.
Oh, 180 on the runway. Fancy. He's fancy with the 180 on the runway situation. Fancy. Alright, let's put our camera here and then we're going to see how we did. I think we landed just outside there, just like that. Let me disconnect the camera from following the aircraft. Beautiful. Let's go into here. Let's disconnect. Replay's coming up.
Gear up.
Put the flaps out. Gotta do that. Let's pause the replay. Let's run it forward. Gotta get the flaps to deploy. So they stop glitching, hopefully. Scheduling notification chat, stand by. I think the flaps will stop doing that once they reach cool down.
5, 4, 3,
Oh, chat. Chat. Schedule. That's on the 30th. 10. Notification chat. Hear those? Yeah, that's not good. The 30th and 29th. Well, I wouldn't have been able to do the 29th because that's Expo. Hold on. But the 30th would have been nice. Monday, San Jose turn. Gosh dang it. 29th. Ooh, gross. Oh, that's a nice trip though. 4:45 in the morning. Can't do it. I guess I gotta go to Expo, right, Jim? Yeah, that's what's making that whooping sound. Alright, I missed the whole replay. How was it?
Gear up. Lights out.
1,000.
Let's see how we did. I missed it. I was looking at real world scheduling ops. Here we go. We're back on it. We're back on it. Flight Alive, you got a 3:35. Oof. Right on the markers though. 335. We'll have to see if anybody will trade. Trade me trips. All right, here was our 138. What did we say, 138? Look at that crosswind that kicked in there. Try to straighten it out a little bit. Ooh, right main, left main. Spoilers, reversers, bang on center line. Right on center line, Chad. Yeah, I guess I'm going to Expo. I just turned down another trip. Wow, look at the... I've never seen God rays before in the sim. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see this? This looks amazing. And on that note, we're going to end it. That looks... Another schedule alert, chat. Another schedule alert. Wow, somebody picked up that 29th trip for... Say the line, Bart. Real life, Real life. Let's do it from here real quick. Look at that. I mean, that crosswind kicked into 20 knots there on short final. I'll see y'all in the 220 chat. I'll be there too. I will be tuning in. Listen to the MD-80 rocking. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right wing, right main, 20 knot crosswind, greaser, spoilers. Bang on center line. Alright, cool. This will be a cool one to watch the cool things. So I'm going to wind it all the way back. You guys enjoy this replay. I will see you on the next one, probably tomorrow. ATR stream, most likely. So keep looking for that. You guys have all been awesome. Until then, enjoy the 220 stream. Enjoy your Friday evening. Stay safe. Stay healthy. I'm B1. See ya.